Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ege, and this is In Between Books. So today, guys, I'm going to be recommending 12 Christmas romance books by Black authors that you can add to your TBR this holiday season. Let's get it. Okay, so the first two books I'm recommending to you are by the same author, which is Abiola Bello, and they are both YA books. So the first is Only for the Holidays by Abiola Bello. It's about Tia Solanke, who is on a break with her boyfriend, and she is sent to spend the holidays in the countryside in a farm that she immediately hates. And Quincy Parker, who is a country boy, and his family runs the farm that Tia is sent to spend the holidays at. And this year his family has been selected to host the biggest event in the town, which is the Winter Wonderland ball, and Quincy is working very hard to ensure that this ball is a success. The only problem is that he keeps telling people he has a date to the ball when he actually doesn't. So Tia and Quincy initially don't see eye to eye, but they eventually realize that they each have something to gain if they pretend to be a couple for this Christmas. This has a fake dating trope in it and almost an enemies to lovers vibe, although I use enemies to lovers loosely because the enemies to lovers we get these days are not actual enemies to lovers. So I use the term enemies to lovers loosely in this book, but it's a YA and has fake dating in it and to an extent enemies to lovers. Then we have Love in the Winter Wonderland by Abiola Bello. Also, this is about Trey Anderson, who is balancing the pressures of being popular in high school with a job at his parents' bookshop called Wonderland. And the quirky and creative Ariel Spencer, who needs tuition to attend a prestigious art program, and the job opening at the Wonderland bookshop is the answer to that prayer for her, until they realize that the bookshop is about to be closed by the neighborhood's gentrifier, and so they both have to work together in order to stop the bookshop from being closed before Christmas Eve. Then we have You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni Shiloh. This is about Star Louis, who reluctantly returns home for the holidays, jobless and single, and not at all prepared to be dragged into her sister's wedding preparation activities or witness her sister getting married to her ex-boyfriend. That is until the best friend of her brother shows up for their family Thanksgiving, and she begins to believe that maybe coming home wouldn't be so bad after all. So I believe for this book the trope we have is like the brother's best friend trope, and I don't know why there's this thing about like your sister getting married to your ex. Like, I've been seeing it a lot in romance books and I don't understand. Is there like something in the air going around? Why are people's sisters being attracted to their ex-boyfriends? What's going on? And then the next we have is A Novel Christmas by Jayne, and this is about a prominent romance author who is in a slump in her love life and in her book sales until she encounters a hot firefighter that helps her ignite her muse in a small swoony holiday romance, something like that. That was like what the blog said. I think this is a novella, like it's a very short and sweet, probably smutty Christmas romance book. Then we have Second Chance Christmas by Jahquel J. This book is about Faith Stone. She is known as the drunk's daughter in her small town of Sageport, in her town, and the name of the town is Sageport. And because of that, because she's been known as the drunk's daughter all her life, she has always like tried to defend herself and her mother also. But her only solace was with her boyfriend Rome. Even as a teenager, she knew that she was going to spend forever with Rome. That is until something happens during prom that changes everything forever. 15 years later, she returns to Sageport, a divorced and single parent, for the holidays, and the memories of the past, the memories and pains of the past are still fresh, as if everything happened yesterday, especially when she runs into Rome again. So this is a, obviously from the title, it's a second chance romance. And yeah, then the next is Christmas in Spite of You by Casey Mills. This book is about Noelle, who, after pumping all her money into her business plan that doesn't pan out, she's left financially strapped and is in need of a way to stay afloat during the holiday period. So her best friend convinces her to put up her place, like rent out her place as an Airbnb in order to stay afloat, which she reluctantly agrees to. But then her plans to travel home for the holiday falls through, and now she has to cancel the Airbnb. And then we have Kincaid. But side notes, in the blurb his name is Kincaid, but in the book his name was Canton, so I think there was an error somewhere. But anyway, so we have Kincaid, who is on the cusp of securing a very important business deal that will skyrocket his company. And in order to secure this deal, he decides to rent an Airbnb in the same apartment as his clients, only for him to arrive at the place and discover that the owner of the place is still around and still occupying the space that's supposed to be his for a week. So, and now the owner wants to cancel plans to rent it out to him. So he and the owner, who is Noelle obviously, now come to an agreement to share the space, like live together for the week. And yet, so they try their best to stay out of each other's way, but obviously, they are going to cross paths and there will be friction in between them. This was more of like a Fox proximity book, and I honestly thought this was going to be enemies to lover based on the blog, because I've read this one, and honestly I felt catfished because there was nothing enemies in this book. It was more of insta love, because immediately the young man saw the babe, he was already in love with her. And I honestly I don't like insta love, so I was already kind of like thrown off by it, apart from like feeling catfish, because I was expecting like some serious friction between them at the start because of how like they meet, but that didn't happen obviously. So I kind of felt catfish at the beginning, because it wasn't what I was like the way the blog described this book, I thought that was what I was going to get, but that's not what I got. But initially it got cute. It's a very cutesy romance book, it's very sweet. Then we have Snow King Catches His Snowflake by A.E. Valdez, and this is about Noelle Frost. So after breaking up with her boyfriend, her best friend encourages her to go on a holiday in order to take off some time for herself, and she books a room in a renowned resort. It's about Snow King, who's in a rut because he believes that he's undeserving of joy and pleasure after suffering more than one devastating loss. Even though he's surrounded by family and friends that try and encourages him, he still kind of believes that he's to blame for the tragic events in his life. And so because of that, during the holiday period, he likes to be alone, and so every Christmas he books a hotel somewhere far away in order to escape the holiday cheer. And this year his assistant actually accidentally books for him to stay at this resort that Noelle is staying, which was not the plan, and they accidentally get the same room. So now they have to share, basically like come to a compromise and find a way to share the room, or one person has to move out, but obviously they'll share the room, and romance will come from there. I've read this one. This was very like A. Valdez is one of my favorite romance authors. I love the way she writes her characters and the way she develops her stories. They're always just so nice, and I really enjoyed this one. Then we have The Christmas War Paws by Terrace Mclarke. This is a novella. It is about Dr. Francesca, who is ready for a Bahamian Christmas vacation, but her post-divorce plan takes an unexpected turn when fate intervenes in the form of her college nemesis, the smug Dr. Sebastian Bain. This is a second chance romance and also an enemies to lovers. But honestly, these days, because of, I've said this before, but because of the way enemies to lovers are going these days, I would say if you see enemies to lovers, take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, yeah, it's a novella, second chance, and also an enemies to lovers book. Then we have A Very Giddy Christmas by Tomilola Coco, and this book is about Abby. So Abby asked for 12 things this December, that's this Christmas period, which includes money, romance, and a promotion at work. What she didn't ask for was a demotion at work and an international movie star she was sure was not interested in a real relationship. What she doesn't know is that you can control the request, but not the manner in which the request will be answered. And what Abby will get is the most surprising Christmas she has ever had. In fact, this one actually came out recently in Nigeria, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Honestly, the blurb is like, the synopsis is very vague, and I kind of want to go into it blind because I don't know what's. But I'm actually really looking forward to this one. I hope I can get my hands on it this period. When Love Visits by Comfort Omovre. This is a book set in Lagos, Nigeria. It's about Uju, who is the CEO and founder of a successful events planning company, who has never fallen in love before, and Tade, who is back in Lagos from the US for Christmas with his family and is ready to find love again after getting his heart broken 3 years ago. The two correspond, and Tade swears that he has found the love of his life. But will Uju be able to surrender to something she has never felt before? Find out when you read When Love Visits. So yeah, honestly, this one also recently came out in Nigeria, and I really want to read this book. I hope I can get my hands on it this Christmas. I don't know when, how, because I don't have phones, but I really want to read these books. Wonderful Time, which is by Jayne Allen, who is the author of Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. And so this book is about Ramona Tucker, who is desperate to get away from her family because she has been lying about her engagement to her ex-fiance, but she's determined to make her fake wedding a reality. But all she has to do is just make sure that nobody finds out her secrets before her. Nobody finds out her secret at her mother's Christmas Eve party. 2,000 miles away in Malibu, we have Chelsea Flint, who needs money to hold on to the beachside cottage she shared with her late parents. And so these two women basically swap homes thanks to Ramona's best friend and Chelsea's godmother. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Honestly, I have nothing to say. I actually got my hands on the audiobook for this book, so I honestly can't wait to read this. And then finally we have I'll Be Gone for Christmas. So this book is about two women, B and Clover. So B needs a break from the Boston San Francisco tech community, so when her friends suggest she sign up for a house swapping app, she jumps on the chance. And also about Clover, who has had a year between losing her mother and breaking up with her fiance. She doesn't feel like celebrating Christmas, so when she gets the opportunity to also sign up for the house shopping app, she jumps on the chance to spend her holidays in San Francisco. So B and Clover exchange houses. Clover keeps running into B's gorgeous sister, and B finds herself spending more time with Clover's ex-fiance. And these two women soon realize that they may just get the Christmas they wanted. So these are the 12 books I have for you this Christmas. I hope you find one or two books in this list that you are interested in and you go on to read and enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.